Hello everyone, and yes, that is right. I am indeed, of course, the one, the only, none other than Oi, it's your boy. From across the pond, UK's fattest, Ricky J, bringing you the hottest intakes, bold predictions, and straight up banter. Let me try that again. We knew the hottest intakes, bold predictions, and straight up banter from across the pond. Welcome to the bell never stops ringing. Welcome to the People's Wrestling Podcast. Let me go ahead and put this up as always. So first of all, still on the hunt for a co-host. If you want that to be you, let me know. Big thank you once again for Hardcore Sports Network for letting me do this. So hello to all of you over there. So yeah, big thank you for that. Just got so slightly distracted there. My apologies, but yeah, massive thank you to those. And guys, go and check out my NXT watch along. We just went out and watch along up tonight, so do check out that. Let's go ahead and crack on with this, and let's roll along with this. With the first segment here, do get your comments in. I can see a couple of people coming in now. Good morning to you over there in the US. Hello to those on the Hardcore Sports Network. Do make sure to share, like, subscribe. Share, like, subscribe. Just 2 away from 510 subscribers. Go ahead and do that for me. As we get into the first segment. What's cooking at the table? So, what have I been up to? Guys, you know what you've been up to over this last week. Anything exciting, anything interesting? I've been up to more of the same. Heading into the gym, going to my walking group, going to the craft class I go to every week. Didn't colour in another picture, and here is that picture. Hope you get over, guys. You can see that. But yes, there it is. And I have also got a ticket for AEW All In London. I will be attending. I will be going. Excited for it. Never been to Wembley Stadium, so it's kind of the big reason why I got a ticket. But yes, that's what I've been up to all this last week. I want more of the same coming up, guys. But let me know what you have been up to as we get into segment number 2 here. And that, of course, is the glitz, the glamour, the walk of fame, all of that. It can only be one thing, and it is... movie talk. So what movies have I been watching all this past week? Guys, let me know what movies you've been watching, but the ones I have been viewing are... Give me a second here. So the first movie I've been watching, Apex. Good movie, good film. I'm going to give you a rating of B for. Second movie I watched, and this was a really good one, the Michael Jackson movie. Really, really, really good. The guy in it looks, and I know he's related, he's Michael Jackson's nephew, but he looks just like him in certain shots. He sounds just like him. Really, really good movie. Highly, highly recommend this one. I would give this an A. And the third and final movie I watched, you've just saw it, was actually I thought I watched 4 movies, guys, but I guess not. To me, 1 second here. Ill prepared, but me 1 second. So yeah, that is the third movie I have been watching. I'm going to give it a rating of B-. It was an okay film, a decent horror movie, but that is about it. But I always do movie of the month for last month, so April, and that movie of the month is Ready or Not 2. A really, really good film. And that was, for me, the movie of the month for April. So we're going to go ahead, guys. Let me know what movies you've been watching, what movies have you got coming up, as I just delete these to make a little bit of room. I'm just deleting these to make room. But you guys, let me know what movies you have been watching. Would love to hear from you. Do sound off, and do make sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. But there are no This Week in Wrestling History. We can go right to this. So read all about it. The news alerts are in, because it is news and headlines. And we've only got one piece of news. This is what this episode of the People's Wrestling Podcast is all going to be all about, and that is, of course, one second, guys. 1 second here. That, of course, is the WWE releases. So there we are, right there. I'm going to keep those up for those that don't know who's been released, and I'm just going to keep those up just as I'm discussing them. So no real particular order. I will go over the ones from Evolve first. And, I'm not surprised about them. Where do I think they're going to end up, if anywhere? So Chris Ireland. Is that, give me 1 second here. 1 second. Give me 1 little second. 1 second. Do smash that like button whilst I'm doing this. Give me 1 second. Be with you in 1 second. So, Chris Ireland didn't even make it to TV. Sierra Linton the same. Trill London was awful. Really showed no improvement. Malik Blade hasn't been on TV for a while. Tyson DuPont and Tyreek Igwe did shock me a little bit. They are a good tag team. So where do I think all of those are going to end up? Probably nowhere, except for Tyreek Igwe, Tyson DuPont. I think will maybe possibly go to AEW and join Wes Lee, or sorry, Desmond Xavier, possibly. We'll have to wait on that one. Tyra May Steele, Luca Crutofino. Lucas shot me a little, ever so slightly. I don't think he's going to go anywhere. Tyra May Steele the same. Carly Bright has also been released. Doesn't really shock me. I don't think she ends up anywhere either. But guys, get your thoughts on what you think all of these are going to end up. I'm going to keep these up just whilst I'm discussing them. And then the only one to be released from NXT was Andre Chase. That's no shocker. And I think he probably goes back to the Indies. Maybe TNA. But that's as much as he's going to get for himself. Santos Escobar release. This doesn't really shock me. He could go to CMLL. He could very well go to AEW, maybe. Possibly TNA. Possibilities for him are endless. The Motor City Machine Guns. Been there a year after. I think they signed like last year. They won the tag team titles. This does shock me a little bit, but also they've been kind of doing nothing with them. So you would imagine AW for those. Zoe Stark, Alba Fire. Zoe Stark doesn't shock me. I don't know where she could really go. Maybe AEW. Alba Fire does shock me. She was actually on TV and was on TV with Chelsea Green. So that isn't quite the shocker, really, I think. So where does this leave Chelsea Green, I guess? Alba Fire, you would imagine, probably comes back to the Indies as Kaylee Ray. The entire way at 6, none of this shocks me. They're really doing nothing for a while. And I think, I don't know, someone could go to TNA. Some may even struggle. I think Joe Gacy really wasn't the best. Nikki Cross could go back to the Indies with her husband, Killian Dane. Eric Rowan, maybe AEW, and then Bo Dallas, possibly the same, maybe reinvents himself. Aleister Black and Zelina Vega, really no shocker. You imagine TNA for those because Aleister Black didn't want to take pins in AEW, so that's why he left those. Probably the biggest shocker of them all, and that was Kairi Sane. Big shocker. She was actually on TV. She was actually competing. She was in a big storyline with Asuka. So this is a shocker. Apparently she has now gone back to Japan. So that's where she's going to go. So that's my input on the releases. Get your thoughts in right now about them. As I go ahead and play a quick ad. Well, that is right. Protein Teas, Goldman's One. Protein Teas, Goldman's One. Remember it. The hot weather's coming through. The hot weather's here in England. So go ahead, purchase a t-shirt. Let me go ahead and just delete this picture just to make a little bit of room. Also, guys, do look out for over on the People's Wrestling channel that you need to be subscribed to. My SmackDown preview will be over there shortly. So go and check that out. But I'm feeling a little bit of celebration mood, to eat some cake, to put up the party banners, because it is time for Wrestler's Birthday. So what birthdays in the wrestling world are we celebrating today? Well, none other than the reigning, defending Women's US Champion Tiffany Stratton. Say his name and he appears, Joe Hendry. UK's own Dave Birch. Big Jack Bull and Human Tornado. A big happy birthday to all of you. So we go ahead and take that down, because There's also something else that I promised for those that watch my hype for this. What is my reminder for this? It was something I promised, guys, and that something is, I should really make a banner, I should really make a kind of a little video for this, but it is WrestleCrate unboxing. So let's go ahead and take a suicide dive over the top rope and get into this box and find out what is in it. And I see some couple of numbers coming in, a couple of views coming in. Good morning to you over there in the US, and hello to those on the Hardcore Sports Network. Do remember to drop a like, share, subscribe, all of that, all those cool things, all of those good things. So, as always, and each every time, the t-shirt goes to the side for now. So let's go ahead and dive in, shall we? So, in 1 second here. So, it's the thing telling us that next month's crate, it is Jey Uso's autograph that we'll be receiving. Also, Scott Hall shoot interview that we'll certainly be watching. We've got a Wrestle Festival hat. We go ahead and put that on just for the second. The kind of a Wrestle Festival hat. Pretty cool. And lanyard. A couple of lanyards. Kind of like making it like a festival, but a wrestle one. Not sure if this is actually a real thing or not, or this is just made up. But like a couple of lanyards. I don't know if anybody's actually made this into a thing or not, but there we are. Couple of autographs, starting with UK's own Jay Joshua and WWE Hall of Famer, the legend himself. You can put the box there. Rey Mysterio. So these are the cool autographs that you can actually get in WrestleCrate. And the t-shirt, let's go get into that. Find out what t-shirt I've got this month. Give me 1 second here. And it is a big Boss Man t-shirt. I've got a comment coming through. I'll read that in a second here. But it is a big Boss Man t-shirt. Hope you guys can see that. I'm Mitch in. Hello, yo, what's up? Hello to you, Mitch. And actually, I'm almost done here. Only going to do my wrestling roundup. And then I'm out of here. Until tonight, of course, SmackDown Watch Along. This is going to be a short episode of the People's Wrestling Podcast. But let me go ahead and play a second ad right about now. that is right. Like, share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe. As we get into the final segment here. No, it's not the final segment at all. My apologies. We're going to very quickly just review the show I went to. Live in person. I go and check out my vlog for it. We're going to find out. You're going to hear like kind of a in live person thoughts about it, and a little bit more than I didn't say in the vlog. But it is now time for 1 second here. Wrestling Roundup. So, starting with last week's Friday Night SmackDown, they've got new graphics. Also, they've got new graphics on Raw, or an updating graphics, and then updating graphics on SmackDown. Yeah, they look nice. So we kicked off with Jacob Fatu coming out in on the stick. The Usos did. Solo Sikoa, then the MFT came out, Solo Sikoa spoke, Tama Tonga spoke, later on. Tiffany Stratton is your new Women's US Champion. I have my thoughts on that in a second. Brie Bella and Paige came out, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss did. This led to a match where Fatal Influence attacked, so they have been called up. So, the Jacob Fatu, Usos, MFT stuff, cool. Tiffany Stratton is your new US champion. Really about time she has some more gold. Now I don't know what they're going to do with Julia. Does this mean she could be in danger of perhaps being released? I don't know. And then the women's tag stuff and Fatal Influence being called up. Cool. Great. I thought it would be just Jacy Jane, maybe Jacy Fallon Henley, but the fact that it's all three is pretty cool. Cody Rhodes came out and cut a boring. Sorry, excuse me, I'm trying to follow up. Boring promo. Damian Priest and R-Truth defeated the MFTs to retain the WWE Tag Team titles. Trick Williams and Lil Yachty came out. Sami Zayn attacked. It looks like a Sami Zayn heel turn, and Trick's gone face is what I'm getting from this. Danhausen knocked off the Miz. So we go through all of those. Like I said, Cody Rhodes promo boring. Damian Priest and R-Truth retaining. Cool. The Sami Zayn, Trick Williams stuff, interesting. And Danhausen is super over. The people love him. Saying his catchphrase with him. He's entertaining. The stuff he did with the Miz. Really, really funny. Rhea Ripley came out, and then Fatal Influence did. Nick Aldis did. This was a match where Rhea Ripley went over Jacy Jane, and in your main event, Jacob Fatu saw the winning effect. So, Jacy Jane getting real heat. And a good match for her to have against Rhea, and then Jacob Fatu basically building momentum for Backlash. And I gave those who didn't watch my SmackDown watch along, where were you? But I'm going to give it an almost thumbs up. Heading into Raw, they kicked off with Seth Rollins on the stick. Braun Breaker came out. This was actually quite good. I'm going to get to more on that in a second. Penta retained against Rusev. Bianca Belair, Becky Lynch, also retained. I think it was for the title. We weren't 100. I'm not 100% sure here, but she retained against Io Sky. It was a Joe Henry concert, who again is super over. Logan Paul came out. Austin Theory did. Then L.A. Knight did. Big Brawl. So the Seth Rollins Braun Breaker stuff really good. Pez retaining no sugar there. Bianca Belair, not Bianca Belair. Becky Lynch coming out on top. No shocker there. Like I said, the Joe Henry stuff really, I thought it was good. I know some people didn't like it, but I thought it was good. Rey Mysterio put away El Grande Americano. The Street Profits, my apologies, not LA at all. The Street Profits made the save against Logan and Theory. At Backlash, a series of matches made. Seth Rollins, Bron Breakker, Io Sky, Asuka, and another one, and then Reigns and Jacob Fatu. The Judgment Day, so over Femi went over. Over Femi got his hand raised high against Grayson Waller. The Judgment Day women weren't losers in this one. There was a Roman Reigns promo. Jacob Fatu came out, attacked him. So Rey Mysterio winning, cool. It's always cool, great. Always fun to see Rey on Raw. Match made for Backlash, cool. Over Femi, over Grayson Waller, really no shocker there, but now he's going to have an open challenge. I don't know how I feel about that. The Judgment Day winning, I would have said a much needed win for Roxanne Perez, and it did look like Liv is going to turn on Roxanne, but they made the building to that. And the Reigns Jacob Fatu stuff obviously just builds Backlash. And for those that didn't watch my Raw, weren't over on the People's Wrestling channel watching my Raw watch along, I'm going to give it a half thumbs up. On to NXT, Miles Bourne retained against Shaquan Sugars. Tony D'Angelo came out, and then Evil made his return. Taven Heights attacked, and then Will Cruz, UK's own, or whatever name we're going to give him, UK's own Will Cruz moves up from the top, going after the champ. Sean Legacy and EK Prosper were your winners against Birthright. Lola Vice promo, Sean Spears on the Tron, Izzy Dame and Nico Vance in the ring. Mr. Iguana made the save. So Malbo retaining, good match to kick things off. Tony Angelo promo, cool. Evil is now in WWE. I don't know much about Evil. Seen very little of him, but cool that he's there. Taven has going after the champion. That's cool. And then, like I said, Will Cruz making UK proud. Sean Legacy and EK Prosper coming out with a winner's share of the money. Probably a much needed win for Sean Legacy here. The Lola Vice, Mr. Iguana stuff, cool. All makes sense. They're tag team champions. Lizzie Rain, UK's old Lizzie Rain. Getting one for England against the Keith Lions. Kalani Jordan made sure that she dispatched Ren Sinclair. And then in your main event of NXT, Charlotte Hill sent packing Ricky Saints. So Lizzie Rain, the crowd loved her. Great to see this. Great for her. Kalani Jordan continues to rack up those W's. And Charlotte Hill, big win. I'm going to give NXT an all half thumbs up. On to Evolve. That saw Kelly Armstrong win her final match on said show. Max Abrams, Shikari Ball, CJ Valor, and Santa Rivera put the boots to Charles Starboy Hall and Romero Marino. Layla Diggs and Mason Holiday found themselves coming out on top against Gianna Capri and Anna Rune. And then your main event on Evolve, still your men's Evolve champion, Aaron Rourke surviving the triple threat match. So Cool for Kelly Armstrong. Cool for the new guys. They're stepping up. Much newer win for Layla Diggs and Mason Holiday. And cool for Aaron Rourke. And I give that a thumbs up. On to the final segment here, I say. And that is my outs and abouts, where I've been, what I've been doing, what shows I've been to. Like I said, go and check out my latest vlog. But final segment of the day is Wrestling Day Out. So, the latest show I went to was Atomic Wrestling Party Time. This was a good show. My second ever time to Atomic Wrestling. Same venue as the first time. Kind of did what I did what I did the first time. Got a few drinks, got a pizza. Not as packed this time, so it felt I felt a bit more free to walk around. And got some. I think they've got some quite good shots of the show. Go back and watch my vlog and see if you agree. But yeah, good show. Really no complaints from me. That's my thoughts on the latest show I went to, and I give that a thumbs up. So thank you to Mitch for commenting. Thank you for watching. I'm going to see you guys tonight for Friday Night SmackDown. Watch along. Do like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. And always remember, but it's Ricky J bringing the British Bite to the fight.